Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Friday, March 13th, 2015, around 5:56 p.m. in Belleville, Massachusetts. Some news to report. The Kentucky Wildcats are now 32-0. They won their opening round game against the University of Florida in the SEC tournament. Now they're on to the semifinals. Texas Rangers ace pitcher Yu Darvish is going to have Tommy John surgery, meaning his season's over. And Laugh TV, a digital digital over-the-air network, which will be showing comedy, sitcoms, and reruns and movies, has signed an affiliation with WFXT Fox 25 in Boston, will be on 25.3. And Ben Roethlisberger re-signed a 5-year contract extension to continue to be quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's about it on the news. My next video subject of the day is about the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was a musical family comedy, and it was produced by David L. Wolper and Stan Margolis. It was directed by Mel Stewart. It was based on the children's book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures, and it was released in movie theaters on June 30th, 1971, and it was filmed in Munich, West Germany around in 1970, and it starred Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka, Jack Albertson as Grandpa Joe, and Peter Ostrom as Charlie Bucket. And this movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, was in an unnamed town. And the unnamed town had the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, and the movie was really based on Charlie Bucket and his family. Charlie Bucket came from a poor family. His mother cared for 4 elderly people: Grandpa Joe, Grandma Josephine, Grandpa George, and Grandma Georgina. Charlie's biological father passed away, was deceased, and the family was so poor that for meals they only had cabbage water. And the movie, Charlie was supporting his family by being out, delivering papers and stuff. And one payday he bought his family a loaf of bread. And while coming home, he saw the Wonka factory light up and stuff. And he was thinking of Willy Wonka coming out. But one guy says no one goes there. And then he told Grandpa Joe about something in the Wonka factory. And Grandpa Joe said that at one time, Willy Wonka was the most famous chocolate factory maker in the world, making chocolates of candy and stuff. But they were spies from other companies for chocolate, and they got the spies in, and it ruined Wonka. He had to shut down the factory, closed down. He laid off everybody, and then a few months later, people were working in there, but they don't know who, and a lot of people were so happy. They were waiting at the door for Wonka, but he never came. And then soon, that Willy Wonka announced he was having a golden ticket contest. He was in any of his Wonka bars. There was 5 special golden tickets, and whoever won the golden tickets went to take a tour of Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. And all over the world, they were going for Wonka tickets. There were 5 winners. The first winner was Augustus Glue from Germany. He was a eater and stuff. And the second winner was Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt. And she was a spoiled little brat from the United Kingdom. Her father owned a peanut factory, and for a while they showed Wonka bar tickets to get the golden ticket, and she got the golden ticket. The third winner was Violet Beauregard from from Montana. Her father was a used car salesman, and she was normally a gum chewer, but she gave up gum chewing to go to candy bars, and she got the golden ticket, and she went back on gum. And the fourth winner was somebody from Arizona by Mike TV who loved watching television. Charlie's family was so poor, he only got 2 opportunities to open up a golden ticket. One on his birthday, and one when Grandpa Joe got somebody to sneak money in for him instead of tobacco, because he used to do tobacco, to like get a golden ticket, but Charlie did not get the golden ticket. And there was supposed to be a fake 5th winner from Paraguay, but that was a fraudulent ticket. And Charlie, one day after school, was walking home. He found some money. And the first thing he says, he wanted the chocolate bar. He went to the candy store, bought a Wonka bar, ate it down quickly because he probably needed something else besides cabbage water. He still had some change left over. He bought one more golden ticket. He bought one more candy bar and just walked away. But then everybody was huddling around the newspaper section, the newspaper stand, because the 5th golden ticket was a fraud. So the contest continued, and Charlie overheard it, and he ripped off the candy bar, and he saw the golden ticket. He got the 5th and final golden ticket, Charlie. And then one lady says, he's got the final golden ticket. Look it. And then Charlie's boss, who helps him with the papers, don't stop there to run and run and run and run. And he ran and he ran. But he made a strange guy by the name of Arthur Slugworth, who told him that he wanted the everlasting gobstopper from Willy Wonka. And if he could grab it, he would take it. He would find the antidote for it, and then he would give Charlie a prize, 10,000 of special things. And then Charlie went on his way, and he told his family he wanted a golden ticket. Grandpa Joe says there's no more golden tickets. They were all taken, but Charlie heard the last one was a fraud. And then he wanted Grandpa Joe to come to the to see Willy Wonka, but Grandpa Joe couldn't get out. He was bedridden for the 20 years. All the grandparents were. But then they started, and they sang a song, I got a golden ticket, I got a golden ticket. And then they had to get ready because the thing was the next day. And when the next day came, all the 5 winners of the golden tickets, Augustus Glue, Veruca Salt, Violet Beauregard, Mike TV, and Charlie Bucket, were at the chocolate factory, and Willy Wonka comes out. He walks first with a cane. They think he's crippled, but he makes a thing, and he's all right. He got all 5 of the winners to come down. And then they went inside the chocolate factory, and there was some sharp things things for those. And then they had to sign a contract, and they all signed a contract, and then Wonka opens up a door, just go for the other door, but it was like a very small hall, and there's no way out. And then Willy Wonka tries to find the other door. He finds the one that they came in one, and they says, oh, it's not. They say it's a fun house, and a couple of them want to leave. You can't go forward. You can't go forward. You have to go forward. You can't go back. You got to go forward. And then they go into the nerves center of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And they look at it, and it's an amazing thing and stuff like that. And they sing some songs there because it's a musical. If You Want to View Paradise was one of the songs. And then they have small people working in the chocolate factory. They were Oompa Loompas. Those are the ones who were working on bringing the new Wonka candy bars. And then it was a fun house, but Augustus Gloop was drinking out of the chocolate river. He wasn't supposed to, and Willy Wonka says the hands can't be human hands can't be contaminating my river. But Augustus Gloop didn't listen. He falls in the chocolate river. He drowns, but then he comes up in a thing, like one of those things, and he shoots up, and he was eliminated, and they took Augustus Gloop's mother to find him. And then the Oompa Loompas sing a song, and then the remaining kids go on a boat, and then the boat goes into a thing, and Willy Wonka sings another song, and they arrive in a secret room, and and Willy Wonka was making his special thing, and then then the everlasting gobstoppers come, and he gives every one of the remaining kids, Violet, Veruca, Mike, and Charlie. And then Wonka was making his latest greatest convention, gum, which was a 3-course meal. And Violet Beauregarde loved gum. She took the gum from Willy Wonka, and Willy Wonka says, you better not do that. And it was at first a 3-course meal: soup, tomato soup, then roast beef and sour cream and baked potatoes, and the dessert. But the dessert, she turned like a blueberry, and she exploded, and stuff like that. They had to take Violet to the squeezing room, and then Mr. Beauregard, or his name was Sam, says, as I'll break you for the last thing I do. I got a blueberry for a daughter. Very funny. And then the next thing, they walk by lickable wallpaper. Lick a orange, it tastes like an orange. Lick a banana, it tastes like a banana. The raspberries taste like raspberry. The snozzberries taste like snozzberry. And Veruca says, snozzberries? I never heard of a snozzberry. And then they go, when there's bubbles with fizzy lifting rings, and they could go up in the sky, but they said it was much too dangerous. Mike and Veruca and their parents went to the next room, but Charlie and Grandpa Joe snuck a fizzy lifting drinks, but then they went up to the up. They almost was shredded, but they had a boop, burp, and they all went back down, and catch up to the others, which they went in the room where the eggs were being laid. The golden gooses, and Veruca wanted a golden goose, but like her father tried to buy one for her, but Willy Wonka says they're not for sale, and then Veruca was getting a little mad and stuff, like pouting and stuff and singing, and then she stand up where the eggs were good or bad, and she was a bad egg, and she went down, and then Veruca's father says, where's she going down? Down to where the all bad eggs are, the chute, and he followed him down as well. And the furnace could have been lit, but they have a sporting tangent because the furnace was not going to be lit that day. And then Mike TV and his mother and Charlie and Grandpa Joe were the only ones left, and they go on a special wagging, and it was like a Wonka wash and stuff like that. They were getting washed and stuff like that. A little crazy, but then then they get dried so quickly. And then they go onto a television thing. It was Wonka Vision. And first they had a giant Wonka bar. And then the Wonka bar was giant, and they snapped it. It went everything in a million pieces, and they showed it on television. It was a regular sized Wonka bar. And then Mike TV wanted to go on to Wonka Vision, but Willy Wonka says, don't. And then he ignores it, and boom, he goes up in a million pieces, and he becomes a very tiny person. And his mother puts Mike in a handbag, and then they had to take him away. And then it was just Charlie and Grandpa Joe and Willy Wonka. And they said Willy Wonka was busy, and Willy Wonka says a wasted day and stuff like that. He must answer for the queen. But Grandpa Joe said that Willy Wonka did not give Charlie his chocolate, his lifetime supply of chocolate, because the winners would get lifetime supply of chocolate. And then Grandpa Joe goes to the room, which is a half room with everything's cut in half and stuff. And Grandpa Joe says to Willy Wonka, when does Charlie get his lifetime supply of chocolate? He doesn't. Why? Because he broke the rules. What rules? What rules? Ron, sir, Ron! And he shows him the rules, and he says they stole fantasy lifting drinks, and it had to be washed and stowed. So you don't win anything! You lose! Good day, sir! And Grandpa Joe was saying, you're a swindler, you're a thief, you smashed the boy's dreams. And Willy Wonka said, good day, sir! And then Grandpa Joe and Charlie said, I'm going, if Slugworth wants his everlasting stop, they'll get one. And Charlie gets the everlasting gobstopper and gives it to Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka says, you won, Charlie, my boy, you won. Sorry for putting through it. And they bring in a guy who was Slugworth, but he was actually Mr. Wilkinson, who was actually worked for Willy Wonka. He was testing the kids. Let's see if they were truthful. And Charlie brought back the everlasting gobstopper, so he won everything. And then Grandpa Joe and Willy Wonka and Charlie went into the Wonkavator, and the Wonkavator went up, down, sideways, byways, zip, zip, zoom. He pressed every one of those buttons except one. And the one Charlie pushed, they went up, 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 up. And then it went out of the chocolate factory, and it went all over the town. And then he could show where Charlie's school was and their house and stuff like that. It was amazing. And Willy Wonka says, how did you like my chocolate factory, Charlie? I love it. And he was going to give it to him. And he did. And it was a great movie. That was a great ending to the movie. If you want to view Paradise with Sun at the end, was one of the best children's movies of all time. But at the box office in 1971, it only made $4 million, which was a flop. That's the equivalence today of, I think, about $40 million, which would be still a box office disappointment. I think box office hits have to be $50 million. And that was a box office disappointment in 1971. It was really released in 1996, only made $21 million. And Paramount Pictures distributed it, but eventually Warner Brothers bought the rights to the movie, and they distributed through VHS and DVD. They came up with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, kind of a more based on the book, in 2005 movie version, which was Johnny Depp was Willy Wonka, but this Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was superior to the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, one of the greatest kids' musicals of all time, very recognizable songs. I've seen this movie 100 times. I have it on DVD. I might watch it tonight. I give it 2 thumbs up, like Cisco and Ebert usually says, and 5-star kids movie. So I recommend you watch Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory anytime. It's a classic movie. Well, I'm going to be back later on Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. The last video blog of the night will be about Al McGuire, Pro Basketball Hall of Fame coach and an announcer for CBS and NBC for so many years. Okay, have a good day. Bye now.